Nothing to get riled up about, Sam. Just a couple of fellas trying to catch themselves a wild horse. Sure got themselves a beauty.
Dirty redskin.
Hold it, hold it. Let him catch it. Save us the trouble. Got it. Let's go. All right, Indian. We'll take him.
No. He's mine.
This says it belongs to us. We've been trailing him for 2 days.
I've been trailing him for many days. He's mine. Come on, Sam.
This fella's gonna bring us top money, Dink.
Oh, Sam, Dink.
Hondo?
You two give up hunting horses for hunting Indians?
That red buck tried to steal our prize catch.
He caught that horse. I watched him.
Oh, well, that horse is the leader of a herd we've been tracking now for 2 weeks.
A bunch of Apaches ran off the rest. That redskin was trying to steal our prize.
Yeah.
Maybe you two fellas ought to get into a new business. Appears the Apaches are better at catching horses than you are.
Oh, look, Hondo, you know we got a contract to deliver horses to Fort Lowell. Them Apaches, they ain't got no contract.
Well, they got the horses, Sand. Now go hustle up your own. An old Indian trick, but a good one. Bury yourself deep enough so you don't get the man smell, and then wait it out. How long you been there?
Since the rise of the moon?
A long time, but you got your horse.
Well, my rope's on him. I'm Ponce Colorados.
Hondo Lane. Any kin to Mangus Colorados?
It was my father.
You carry a good name.
Well, your name can stand it with it. He's a warrior's horse. He's yours.
You got him. He's yours.
Nothing would be mine if you had not come.
It takes a lot of man to lay quiet under a foot of dirt for 10 hours. I don't think I'd want them lined up against me in anything. Come on.
There are 2 things we gotta take care of, Dink.
Yeah, what's that?
An Indian and an Indian lover. Come on.
fight with a short stick.
Any greenhorn could see that.
You better watch out for that horse. He'll chomp your fingers off plumb up to the elbow.
I sure appreciate your help.
Anytime, anytime. I'm always glad to give advice to a young fella. I sure would admire if you fellas would stand on the other side of me. Air's a lot fresher when you're downwind.
Someday, Buffalo, someday you're gonna mad-mouth me and I'm gonna tear a strip right off your hide.
Someday? Someday? I surely would admire for you to start in right now, Sam.
I'll pick my own time and place, thank you. Come on, Dink.
Friends of yours?
Hondo, if I was dead broke and dying of thirst, and them fellas run the only saloon in the territory and they yelled out free drinks for everybody, you know what I'd do?
You drink.
I suppose.
You're wanted in Captain Richards' office right now.
Hey, Hondo, if Richards is sending you out of here, take me with you. The walls are making me edgy.
I know the feeling. Kind of hot in the sun, Sergeant. Army don't usually play soldier around here.
General Rutledge is paying us a visit. And when he's around, you don't play soldier, you soldier.
Hondo. Good to see you.
Yeah, well, it's been some time, sir.
Well, things have been quiet. Let's hope they stay that way. Hondo, I'd like for you to meet General Rutledge.
We saw the map before.
Colonel Cook tells me you're a Northerner that fought for the Confederacy during the war.
That's right.
Well, it's interesting.
Wasn't it your regiment that surrendered to General Rutledge?
Well, that's when we saw the map. I guess I don't expect the general to remember a Confederate captain.
You know, General, the tactics employed by you in that battle are required study at West Point.
Well, that's kind of you to remember, Captain. However, right now, I'm still learning myself. I'm new out here. This is my first tour of the West. I've never fought Indians before. Gentlemen, shall we get on with it?
With fighting Indians?
General Rutledge is under orders from President Grant to inspect all Army frontier posts and to improve conditions both with the settlers and the Apaches.
You know, I may need your assistance, Mr. Lane. I understand that you know the Apaches and this country better than any white man.
Might be a man who knows it better. He's sitting right there.
No, thanks. I've got plenty to handle at Fort Whipple. It's your assignment.
I'd be glad to do whatever I can.
I want you to keep yourself available at all times, Mr. Lane. I'll let you know when we need you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lane, anyone who works for the Army should dress accordingly.
I work with the Army, General, not for it.
Don't get all riled up, General. He's right. Hondo works with us, and only as long as he wants to.
Yes, I know, but no one man is that important to the service, Colonel.
Well, maybe not. But here at Fort Lowell, if he ever decided to walk out, he'd leave a mighty big hole.
Talk to the captain.
Crook wants me to wet nurse a general from Washington. Show him how we live, work, and play, or something like that.
Who is it?
General Ruther D. Rutledge.
Ever heard of him? Sure a fetching sight to watch them Indians set a horse. Look how smooth they handle that bunch. Unless, of course, they happen to be after your scalp.
Buffalo or grizzly bear wouldn't want to bed his den with that cactus patch of yours. Hello, Ponce. My friend Buffalo Baker. Ponce, Colorado's.
Hi. You fellas knowed each other a long time?
About 10 minutes, but they were brimful. Fine-looking horse flesh you got there. You figure on selling them here at the fort?
Yes, Captain Richard said he'd buy them from me.
Looks like they're pretty well broken. Still having a little trouble with that one.
Yeah, you would. He was a leader. Mind if I go to him?
No, he'll take you to the halter, but he still fights that blanket.
That's one thing the Army can't get enough of. Good horses.
The war killed as many horses as it did soldiers. Only they never knew why they died.
Captain, what kind of a contract does the Army have with the Apaches?
There's no contract, General. I made an agreement to buy the horses in exchange for clothing, food, medical supplies.
You made the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Without going through proper channels?
With winter coming on, sir, the wild horses are going to head south. I didn't have time to go through proper channels.
I'd say he made a wise decision, General.
There are no wise decisions, Colonel. Only those orders clearly stated in military regulations to be obeyed and followed at all times. Captain, inform the Apaches we can't buy any more of their horses until we secure proper authority through Washington.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Captain, dismiss your men. Have them ready for full inspection in an hour.
Sergeant! Dismiss the men!
Yes, sir.
Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I'll be going to my quarters.
I thought I made the right decision. We need the horses. The Apaches need the food and clothing.
I'll wire to Washington for approval of your deal as soon as I get back to Fort Whipple. Well, I've got just enough time to have a little drink. Care to join me?
Thank you, sir. I don't drink.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Ordinarily.
Oh.
Come on, boy. Come on. Well, I guess it looks like you and I are going to get along just fine after all. Bad idea to come up behind a man in the dark.
You have the ears of an Apache and the speed of a stallion when you do.
Well, I guess it helps sometimes.
He learns fast.
Working out pretty good. Sorry things didn't work out for you and your people.
This General Rutledge gave orders not to buy our horses yet. When?
Army regulations, paperwork in triplicate, telegraphing Washington. I don't know, I guess it takes time.
My people don't have the time. They're hungry. If the Army doesn't buy our horses, we're gonna have to eat them.
The Army can eat its regulations as far as I'm concerned.
Well, look who's here.
I told you I saw both of them.
Hey, you got good eyes, Dink. I always did say that about you. But you, Lane, you don't see too good. This Apache you're with, he stole a horse from us, case you forgot.
All I can see is that you're drunk, Sam. Now get out of here.
Not drunk? Drinking, maybe, but not drunk. Here, have some. Maybe it'll smooth off that rough edge of your temper.
I only drink with my friends.
That lets us out.
No, I don't. And to prove it, I'm gonna do even you a kindness. Now look, you got a remuda of wild horses and you're stuck with them. I'll buy them from you. I'll give you and your braves enough for a couple of jugs of whiskey. Now that's a real friendly kind of deal, ain't it?
I don't sell horses to you.
Ah, don't you walk away on me, Apache. I'll bury you.
Take him, San.
explanation for this.
I'll give you an explanation, General. That brave got a hold of a bottle and he jumped me and my partner. Says it was our fault because he couldn't sell his horses. On account of our contract with the Army. Lane here took up on his side.
Is that true, Mr. Lane?
Part about me siding with him is true. The rest is a flat-out lie.
Is it? See what he's got in his hand. Show him your arm, Dink. It come off just as I said it, General.
You have anything to say, Mr. Lane?
Ponce didn't start it. They jumped.
I didn't ask who started it. He's got a knife in his hand, and he attacked an officer. Sergeant, place this Indian under arrest.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
What happens with him?
He'll be dealt with according to military regulations.
Hello, Hondo.
Shut up.
That's all I was gonna say.
Stupid and stubborn as an army mule.
Who, me?
No, not you. General Rutledge.
Oh, you know, I hear that old fella's so tough he chews lead and spits out bullets.
Yeah. Took a good bite out of me, too.
Yeah, he chewed you out too, did he? You know, I hear he chewed out old Colonel Crook, and that ain't easy to do, 'cause Crook is a tough old bird.
You have some whiskey? A bottle?
What's that funny smell in here? You smell it, Dink?
Sure smells bad. Something dead, you reckon?
No, it's a mite worse than that.
Maybe it's garbage.
Yeah, that's closer. Oh, well, now, there's where it's coming from. Them two Indian lovers standing upwind from us.
Them Indian lovers sure got a powerful bad smell.
Yeah, they sure do. Hondo, I hear they're gonna haul your Apache friend right smack dab out into the middle of the fort and tear off some of his hide. You gonna be here for the big doings?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here, but you're not. If I see either one of you two around this fort again, the whipping that Ponce is gonna get, it'll be a preliminary of the one you get. Now go wrangle your horses. I tell you true, General, you put a whip to Ponce's back and you'll be breeding more trouble than you can handle. He's not just another Indian.
Mr. Lane, I don't care if he's the king of Romania. And incidentally, I don't particularly care for your advice on how to handle my command. He was an Indian fighting with a knife and he attacked me.
He's had 5 days solitary confinement. That's bad enough, but he can live with that. He can still lead his people, still be a warrior. But an Apache only whips a dog.
I don't care what the Apaches do. I'm concerned only with what the Army does. Full punishment for his crime will be carried out.
General, there's one thing you ought to know about Ponce. He's a son of Mangus Coloradus. Some years ago, the Mexicans caught him and they whipped his back. For every scar they left, he killed 100 men, so you better think about what his son will do. Look, General, why don't you forget Army regulations? Throw away the book. It's been done before.
Not me, Mr. Lane. Never me.
Why not by you?
I'll tell you why, Mr. Lane. In the service, I'm known as Rutledge the Book Soldier. I'm pretty proud of that name. Would you like to know the reason why? Till the age of 14, the only life I knew was in an orphanage. For 2 years afterwards, I searched for acceptance somewhere. I was looking for some place to belong. I never found such a place until one day I saw an Army recruiting poster. It was many years ago. The Army became my mother, my father, my wife. I followed their rules and regulations for many, many years. It's the only life I knew. I've been rewarded for my dedication. Mr. Lane, the matter is closed. The punishment will be carried out.
Prisoner ready for punishment, sir.
Indians approaching the fort!
How many?
6 braves!
Probably Coloradus' men come to get him.
Be an object lesson for him to see this. Open the gates.
Detail! Open the gate!
Well, I've seen some mighty stupid things in my time, but this takes a gold-plated spittoon. You know, one word from Colorado, and this could be a mighty unpleasant place to be.
Captain! If those savages try to aid the prisoner, order your men to open fire.
You will do nothing. Just stand and watch.
Administer punishment!
Punishment completed, sir.
Detail! Open the gate!
Well, you see, Lane, there were no incidents. The Indian recognizes the authority of the white man. Learned his lesson.
He can teach a lesson too, General. The school is not out yet.
Why are we stopping?
We're too far from the fort. Army posts here would be useless.
I'll make that decision, Mr. Lane. Purpose of this patrol is to find new locations for outposts.
You said you never came up against Indians before, General.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, the Apache's a peculiar breed. He doesn't fight like any other man. Sentries at outposts here wouldn't stand a chance against him.
Are you trying to give me lessons in military strategy, Mr. Lane?
No, I'm just trying to tell you that war is fought different out here. Old ways don't hold up. You have to make up new rules as you go along if you're lucky enough to live past your mistakes.
It's too bad you didn't sell your battle theories to the South. I'm sure General Lee could have used your invaluable advice. I want to inspect that terrain over there.
That terrain is no good, unless you want to get ambushed. We pushed our luck already coming out this far.
Mr. Lane, I'm sick and tired of arguing with you. The Army pays you good money to scout. Now, you either earn that money or get yourself back to the fort.
General, you just made it easy for me. If they do attack, that's probably the direction they'll come from.
Sergeant! Move them out!
Judging from what you said, we never even saw him. He took one in the shoulder.
Tell your men to hold their fire. The Apaches won't be seen until they want to be seen.
Hold your fire.
Well, are you satisfied that you were right, Mr. Lane?
I'd now be satisfied if we get out of here alive.
Well, you were out. Why'd you come back?
Hondo! Hondo, come out. I want to talk to you.
What does he want?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Well, it might be some kind of a trick.
No, I don't think they need one.
I saw you right away. Why did you come back?
Well, I guess my place is with them.
I don't want to kill them or you.
You don't want to kill them or me. What do you want?
I want him. I want him alive.
Men like Rutledge don't surrender. Be better if he died a quick, clean death with a bullet. Guess it'd be better if we all did.
Well, that would be a needless and foolish sacrifice.
I'd like to give them to you, that's a fact. But I reckon it can't be done.
Wait. I said I will not kill him. I only want Apache revenge.
I have your word on that?
You have my word.
All right.
What did he want?
You?
I imagine that. What else?
That's all. I think you ought to accept his terms.
You what?
Ponce wants Apache revenge, which means he wants to do to you as you did to him. He gave his word he wouldn't kill you.
I don't care about his word. I'm not going to surrender my command.
General, they got us ringed in. They can wipe us out any time they want.
Mr. Lane, we're soldiers. Our duty is to fight. Sometimes we die.
They're good men, General. I'm not going to let you kill them, not when there's a chance for everybody to ride out of here alive.
There's nothing you can do. Sergeant?
Yes, there is. Now, you're going to surrender. Order your men to mount up and ride back to the fort.
I'll order them to put a bullet in your brain. You're not going to turn me over to that savage.
Savage? Ponce's the prince of the Apache Nation. Out here, he outranks even you. Now, we got about 1 minute left, General, before Ponce and his braves attack and wipe us out. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to go out like this. It doesn't have to be your last battle.
You're right, Mr. Lane. I don't have to go out like this. I'm going to live so I can see you hang.
Fine, that comes later, but right now I want to put off dying as long as I can. Now, give that order.
Sergeant.
Sir?
Mount the men up and ride back to Fort Lowell.
Sir?
That was an order, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. All right, let's move out. Danny, give me a hand with Evans. All right, let's go.
I'll come for him when the time is over.
Why, Mr. Lane? Can you tell me that? Why?
There was no other way.
But you don't turn an Army general over to the Apaches.
The way it was, I would have turned over my own father. Can't you understand, Captain? And I did it to save his life.
Well, we gotta go after him. We gotta bring him back.
But you can't go after him. They'll see you coming and kill him before you get there.
We've got to do something, Mr. Lane.
Wait.
Wait? We can't wait.
When it's time, I'll go in after him and bring him out alone.
How long is that?
4 days. That's the only way Ponce will have it, and it's the only way you're going to get back Rutledge alive.
Well, you better pray that we get Rutledge back alive. Because if you don't, they're going to hang you, Mr. Lane.
Oh, you know, you're the second one that's promised me a hanging today. That's a death chant.
It is Grey Wolf. He's waiting for the endless sleep.
Grey Wolf is my friend. He's lived a long life.
He lived a good one.
I've come for him. It is that time.
One last thing before you take him away. When they whipped my father, he took revenge on many people. Women, children. He spared no one. I knew the same anger like my father when I felt the whip in my back. I wanted the same revenge. But it's wrong to war on children. For me, it ends here. The women must put the lash onto him. Durango. It must be done. No Apache warrior has laid a hand on him. Only the women and the children. Enough! Let him go.
You did this to me. You.
It's all over now, General.
She'll be all right. Take her inside, care for her. I don't think he wanted to kill a young girl. He wanted to kill you, Hondo. So take him away, do whatever you wish with him.
done it.
Open the gates!
All right, General?
Never mind that. Get in the office. I got some orders for you. Captain, I want you to mount every available trooper. Have them ready to move out in 1 hour.
Oh, sorry, I don't understand.
You're not supposed to understand. Just obey orders. Exactly 1 hour, Captain.
What's the object?
I'll tell you what the object is. I'm going to take a troop into Ponce Colorado's village. I'm going to take him prisoner, bring him back, try him, and then hang him. And incidentally, afterwards, I'm going to court-martial and hang you, Mr. Lane.
Ride in, take him prisoner, and ride out. Well, it don't work that way, General. He'll fight.
That's exactly why you're going along, to convince him not to fight.
The score is even. Leave it that way.
Well, that judgment will have to be up to him.
I can't attack and invade an Apache village without provocation, sir. I'll have to answer to Washington.
Captain, you'll answer to me. I'll write out a statement taking full responsibility for this mission. I'll place it on this desk. If anything happens to me, then you'll be fully cleared.
With all due respect, sir, I think we should wait.
I don't care what you think, Captain. You just obey my orders. Now, you ready that command.
He didn't learn a thing. Not a thing.
Captain, deploy the men. Order them to keep quiet and remain hidden until I give the word to move in.
Yes, sir.
What are they doing up there?
Burying somebody, probably old Gray Wolf.
Yeah, but why up so high?
Why not?
I've got him this time. I've got him cold.
I'd say you do. But he'll fight. He won't surrender.
Well, then he better be prepared to die. Because I'm going to wash away some of the stink in my soul.
Men are deployed, sir.
Have your men keep the weapons at the ready. Also be ready to charge.
Wait a minute. What about them?
I don't make war on women and children.
It doesn't make any difference what you do, General. They'll see their men getting killed and pick up the fallen rifles, sticks, stones, anything, bare hands. They'll fight. You'll have to kill them. They don't have any choice. I was with the South, and I was there when my general offered his sword to the Yankee general that beat us. I saw that Yankee general refuse to take that sword. He refused it, and he gave the South back its pride. President Lincoln gave you the Congressional Medal of Honor for that victory. I wonder what you'll get for this one.
I don't fight for medals, Mr. Lane.
You don't fight for pride either. That's what you're fighting for now. Blind, stupid pride. There's a little girl you almost killed. Go ahead and finish the job. Then kill her mother and her grandmother, wipe them all out to patch up your pride. You promised me a hanging. But I'd a whole lot rather die with them.
Captain, sound retreat?
Yes, sir.
Now retreat.
It's over.
Oh, one last thing, Captain Richards. That arrangement you made with the Apaches to buy their wild horses.
Yes, sir.
You proceed with it. Pay the Indians. I'm sure that Washington will approve of your foresight in the matter.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to make a recommendation to Washington, Colonel.
Yes, General.
I'm going to recommend that they stop sending out men to recommend. Seems to me you've got the situation pretty well in hand.
Thanks. We could use a little less looking into and a little more looking after.
Mr. Lane, in the war, I fought against many men, some of whom are my friends today. After 30 years, it gets harder to recognize the enemy. Sometimes the enemy is prejudice, pride, stubbornness. I want to thank you, Mr. Lane. Move the men out, Sergeant.
Detail, forward, ho!
He's fought a lot of battles, Hondo. Won most of them. But out here, he'll be remembered for the one he didn't fight.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't give medals for that.